Hello everyone, welcome to the Average Angler channel. We've got another cost cutter challenge here. 50 odd pound, I'll put it on the screen somewhere, it's left in the kitty, so we're still pretty comfortable for today. We've got ourselves, we're at Acorn again today. It's just that Acorn's really convenient for me and there's not many matches on a Tuesday. I might see if I could do a few of these at Viaduct before we run out of money, just to vary it up a bit for you guys. So we're on peg 6. Not a bad peg, not a flyer, just sort of an okay peg, outside chance of framing. Depends on how the flyers do and how the venue fishes. I am considering, focusing on silvers, and I might start with that in mind, and then I'm a bit in two minds, which can be a problem. I've plumbed the peg up. I'm just waiting for the start for the all in now. Plumb the peg up. Across in front of you there's a bridge, and on the left hand side of the bridge there's a nice flat area up against a bank at about 14.5 meters, just under 14.5 meters. So long as the wind doesn't get up, we'll be able fishing there. That's a really good spot on this peg for catching carp. I've plumbed up top kit and tooth into the deep water for silvers, because I think, like, if you're going to catch silvers, you've got to catch them short. You catch the tench. I have plumbed up same rig against the bridge, and I might put some bait in there as like a throwaway, dump a big load of bait in and just see if a load of fish turn up over it or something like that. Or I might try catapulting bait. I've not maybe mind up yet. I'm going to see how things pan out. I've checked out my margin to the right, which looks really nice on this peg because you've got a long sweeping margin, but really, really shallow. It seems to be half as deep as any of the margins anywhere else, so I've kind of avoided that. I have done up a margin rig, and I've got some of Tom Thick's edge mix which I was going to put in, and I've mixed it all up already, so I'll probably put some in a bit closer. Like if I do top kit and two either side of me, the depth's a bit more reasonable, but as I go a bit further around it just gets shallower and shallower, and I don't think it's a day for that. I think it's a little bit too cold. Again, we've had a load of cold rain going. I'm not sure they're going to come in with any aggression anyway, so again I'll treat them as throwaway lines. I've set up a short rig for corn on a top kit. That's the sort of last hour job. If we're going for carp, we'll drop on that in the last hour. So that's what we've got set up. Next time you see me, we'll be fishing. Right then gang, we're an hour in and got 6 pound carp and then back. Got one tench and a skimmer. That's it. So I've started on my short line, bottom of the slope, try and look for some tench, put some maggot in there. Not really had any luck. Although I feel like there's fish coming in, so I can see signs of fish coming in, but I won't catch them. At the same time, the same depth up against the bridge, I'll put some maggot in and some ground bait. I tried that for a bit, and I had one foul up tench and one foul up tench, one tiny skimmer. Then I foul up to about 3 fish over that line, all lost. A lot of fish shallow at the moment, so I've come up into the shallow water, up against the end of the bridge. There's a nice flat spot, and I've sort of just gone on this, tapped some bait and gone on it. Foul up to a 5 pound carp, got him out. Foul up to a couple of other carp, lost him, and I've just hooked the first one in the mouth. Little 1 pounder. There's loads of fish there. So I thought I'll turn the cameras on, getting update, and that is the update. See if I can catch one for you, because there's a few fish there, probably foul up one or something. The rig's sitting really high, so it's probably either something's back or something. So it's sat down again there. Caught that one. While I was tapping in the bait, the float just went under and there was a one on. At the moment I'm tapping in micros and fish double maggot over it, because I could fish expander, but if the moment misses so many bites, I don't want to do that unless, obviously, I have tried it, and if it did result in me not missing any bites, then it'd be worth doing. But there's a lovely flat area out there, sort of 2 foot deep. There's a lot of fish on it, but just getting loads and loads of liners. Not sure if these fish are on the deck. Just cruising back there as well. I think there's just a lot of fish there. Tap some micros in at the start, and and I've not really gone on it, so I'm just taking a micro through the smallest pot I've got, just to try to keep the feed down as best I can. It's quite erratic fish, so it's either a small one or foul up again. It's got that feel of a fish that's not massive. Could be one of the little tiny stockers. So what I've done on me deeper tench lines, I'm going to call them, but they're just, you know, whatever I can catch, but really they're tench lines. Not sure. I've put a bit more maggot in and a little bit of ground bait on them. And just left them and keep my eye out for bubbles, which I ain't seen anything of. I suspect that was foul up the way it was fighting. That's the problem I've got at the moment. I can't seem to get them fish to come in and feed. It's like it's rigid with them out there. Try an expander just to see if an expander gets me a better bite. I've got a slow falling rig. I could try fishing off the bottom, but I don't feel like that fish was off the bottom. You know, when I'm hooking them, I'm hooking them off the rig. It feels like I'm hooking them very close to the bottom. So it might be cool. But there's just a bit scatty down there. I might have to find a spot in the swim where you catch better. Sometimes that's how it is. There's a spot in the swim where you catch them better. Mark on my pole, which I've got there. I mark on my pole so I get the right distance of feed. And it could just be there's lots of fish flying into them micros and seeing them a bit doolally. I might switch to hard 4 mils. I've got some softened 4 mils I can tap into the pot. I might slow it down a little bit. That's not a foul up by the looks of it. It came out of the water a bit for that one. Don't seem to have any control over him. And that's kind of when you know the foul looks. This one might be in the mouth, this one. This might be a good fish hooked in the mouth, this one. It was with the expander on, wasn't it? So maybe, if this is in the mouth, maybe the expander's the way to go. That's nice. He's got to be 5. He's quite thick, he is. He could be 6, but we've got 5 on the clicker. He doesn't want to go up one, it keeps sticking. Right, we'll try and catch one more, and we'll turn the cameras off, save some battery. See whether we've cracked something. Tiny little bit of micro. I'm zooming out this way. They're quite a rate. I've not seen any bubbles over me calling me tension lines at the moment. Which is a little worry. got a little mark on my pole, so because I'm not quite fishing tight, fishing away, I found a little flat area just short that I want to feed her. There's quite a big flat area all around there. Similar depth, so it's just nice to fishing off the flat. I'm just going to fish off the feed for a second. Just to see if there's anything about a little indication when I missed it. It's probably a liner. I was thinking if I went off the feed just for a second, let the feed go and let the crazy fish do whatever the crazy fish do. I can go on it then. Go on it now and see if there's anything on it. Could just be there was a few fish there and I've, just got to let it settle down a little bit and let the fish thin out. And not too many fish just sitting there over the bait that I put in. So I was just, getting liners off them every time I put the rig out there. Look on there, whether he's in the mouth or not, we'll find out in a second. That's nice, that was a nice little weight like that's fine as long as it's a clean. As long as it's a clean he doesn't want to come back, does he? He doesn't want to come back, this boy, Definitely scrapping hard and hard on out of the fish, noticing that, coming into spring and the fish are definitely putting an accounting for themselves. This one feels okay, hooked and wise. Don't feel too bad. I'm fishing too light today, I got 0.13. Is he wrapped round or? I think he's wrapped round. He's wrapped round, that was. Yeah, I think 0.13 upload, so I'm not too light today. I've been fishing 0.11 up here, but the carp are just too wild now. Got 0.11 on the tench line, you can still get them out. There it is. On a 4 pound. Scorcher. Of course, he wanted it right down there. He definitely wanted that. So there we are. Catch us back up in a bit. I'm going to keep doing this for a while, hopefully. Next time I talk to you, we'll have 50 or 60 pounds in the bag. We're on 15 at the moment, 1.5. Catch you in a bit. Oh, got me thumb. Right, we're nearly 3 hours and might even be 3 hours in now. So halfway through the match, we've got 35 on the clicker, plus tension about £4, so we've probably got, I think we might have £40 if we're lucky. So it didn't really kick off like I was hoping it was going to on this line. It still had lots of foul lookers on it, and I still had lots of indications on it, and I'm just trying to work out, because there's a biggish area that I can fish out there. Just gone a bit tighter to the bridge the last couple of puts, but it doesn't seem to have made that much difference. I gave Maggot a go briefly on this line, didn't seem to make any difference. Just got plenty of indications on it, but didn't really catch anything as foul up there. So it seems like there's fish definitely over there, and I'm not sure they're on the bottom or they're feeding on the depth. They might be just cruising in and out from under that bridge and giving me liners. And a really slow indication, then it's off again, so it's just a liner from a fish that's just there. the difference come to the feed. You put some feed in and you get a liner, so I don't know whether or not they're shallow. So I could mess about with my shallow rig and tap some maggots there. I might put a big pot on over it, tap some maggots and just keep dropping a shallow rig in and see if catch a few. Because again, there's an indication how I fed. I've not had any indications while I've been sitting there. I feed a little bit of bait and I get indications. But that fish, that indication then was from a fish like inches deep. So maybe that's something I can try. I've continued to top up the what I call the tench lines, or the deep oak, and another indication again. Looks again the fish bow waving off shallow. Yeah, so I've continued to top up with what I'm calling the tench lines. On the other side of the bridge has had a few tench, so I'm optimistic that I could get some at some point. But quite often here at Acorn you can find yourself one side of the bridge fishes really well, the other side doesn't, and nobody seems to know why. Sometimes it can just happen like that. There's a little indication, nothing there. It's just loads and loads of fish, and I just feel like they're shallow coming in and out of this bridge. Not necessarily. Well, they must be feeding in some way because they're kind of coming to the feed. Just can't seem to get them to take my up bait. I don't know if they're ignoring the expander today. It's not right. I'm loath to do anything too drastic. It's literally the only line I've caught anything on. I've had a tench and a skimmer off the deep water line, and that's it. For everything else has come off this line. So 35 pound weight. It's come off this line at the moment. So if I start doing anything stupid to it, could be in trouble. That was a very positive indication. Literally rip the elastic out. Is it on or is it far locked? So I've just got to sit there and let him rip the elastic out, and that's what we'll do. This is in the mouth. It's stocky. Put a fresh hook length on because I pulled out a couple of fish and I was thinking, am I pricking fish and not hooking them properly because my hook's not sharp enough. I tested it on a maggot and I weren't happy with it, so I've changed it. But I have fouled up. I have hooked something on the bottom. There's something out there on the bottom, and I've snagged it a couple of times. That could have blunted the hook off. This guy's decided to put up a fight in the net. Don't really need. This is the loveliest fish I've caught all day. Don't know, I keep on touching. These big nets, this is why we don't use big nets. Unless we have to. The hook's got sort of worked its way in. There he is, it's just got another funny angle. It's got to be £3 any all day long. We made a meal out of that, didn't we? But sometimes that happens, doesn't it? We all know that. These geese are having a bit of a territorial battle at the moment, which isn't brilliant. So maybe what I've got to be is just a bit more patient. I've shortened the lash a little bit on this rig now as well because it's getting a bit too long. I've just got to be a bit more patient and just keep the. While the wind's nice, just keep the line tight to the pole and float and just see if I can encourage a couple of these fish to eat themselves. things aren't exactly flying on this line, so I'm tempted to have a little look on my silvers lines. Because if I can have a quick couple of tenths, they're worth a carp. Can you just slow down a bit? I like it. Slow down, but it's clean over, should it? It's clean. Maybe that's what we want. Just slow it down and make it a bit cleaner. Oh, is that a foul locker, do you think? This is what's happening all day long. Foul lockers, foul lockers, foul lockers. That was a nice tench Kev just lifted out there, so it's definitely gonna have a big weight of tench. Kev. Let's have one more look for a carp. No, let's go on the silvers. That line over there is giving me nothing at the moment. So let's go up the bridge and see if we ain't fed anything for a while. So I'm just going to put, popped in, I'm just going to put double maggot on. Oh, I keep popping them. So soft these maggots, they just pop. I think the hook's a little bit blunt, to be fair. Not being lazy. I'll go over to the long line first. I'm going to catch on it and put a little bit of bait on it. Go on the short line. And then go back out on it again. What in the mouth? I think. Let's put the attention. Oh, look at this skinner. It's very deep. That's not a skimmer. It's a medium-sized tench, I'd say. If it comes up, we'll have a look. I'm not stripping the elastic, I'm just letting him come up on his own. If he don't come up in a minute, then I'll strip some elastic. He keeps coming up right under me net where I can't see him. He's right in the sunlight where I can't see him. Oh, it's not even a tench, look, it's a carp. Oh, that's a little carpy. Right, he can just come up there. I'll pull a bit harder now, really, it's carpy. It's not what I was expecting on that line, but we'll take it. A little 2-pounder. Maggot again. Have a little look on that line. Some bubbles in the swim. Skin it. Fouled. Just don't seem to be getting anything. Protect the bait, just foul looking things. Have a little look on that line. Actually, I'm going to quickly go out on that long line there. So I'm not taking another fish straight off the shore. Right, we've got just under 2 hours to go now. Really managed to get my any of my lines flying just yet. Got £50. Just put a £5 carp in the bag for £50. And I've been feeding this short line there, just there, which I've got a rig for, which is corn. I'm going to fish that with corn for a bit. A little bit of rain just starting, but I don't think it'll be a lot. It's not a lot of cloud about. I think it's just a little drip passing. Just started tapping in. I've tried fishing shallow and tapping maggots in, and it had little to no effect. So I've gone back to being on the deck on this longer line, but I have just switched to some softened formers. Some softened formers, that's what I'm just about squeezing the pot. Just wondering, should have done that earlier anyway. A couple of fish on it, I had a skimmer and a £5 carp on it, both hooked in the mouth, but I mean, I have hooked fish in the mouth on the micros as well, so unless we get a run of them, you won't know if that's made a difference or not really. But yeah, definitely micros is attracted fish, but pellets has been better than maggots at attracting those small to medium sized carp today. Dip on that there, I don't know if that was a line. Lifted up and it was on, so I'll see in a minute if it pulls out as a line or if it does. Still 50-50 if ever this one's up properly. Just going to start a new net if we get this one in, because we're on £50. Very erratic. I'm going to say it's not hooked in the mouth, but I've been wrong before. Every carp used to fight differently in this place. Oh no, he's in the mouth. He's in that sort of £4 to £5 bracket that we'd like to catch. Just a little weight builders. Probably just about. I'm going to give him 3 probably. He's not quite there. Chunky fish though, so they're a bit heavier than you can go. Yeah. So, is it the time of day, or is it the change to 4 mils? If it is the change to 4 mils, I'm kicking myself because I've thought about doing this about 10 times today and I've just for some reason not done it. You know, done other things that I've thought about which perhaps aren't as proven. This is a proven thing that you can do. If the fish gets scatty on micros, you can switch to 4 mils. Give a bit of corn for the short line. I was very sceptical as to whether that short line is going to will actually go today or not, because this fish is so hard. Last few fish, I think they've just been a bit tidier. Fish, you know, I've just waited a little bit longer for a bite, but when it's come, it's been a proper bite. Fish on. Job done. That could just be that them micros were something a bit giddy. Whatever's changed, it's good. So this carries on, we can put £100 in the bag in the last 2 hours, have a nice £50 weight there. He might be a £4 him because he's really thick and fat fish. I'm going to give him 4. So I reckon those 2 fish have just had definitely a 7 anyway between them. So So you are, maybe 4 mils was the secret. I've cocked it up. And I've had a swim full of fish all day and I've not worked out how to catch them until it's too late. Who knows? Maybe it's just the fish now I've switched on. People are catching them all now. There's a lot of fish coming out. It's just nice to be, you know, looking up properly. And just got off for a second then, coming up brilliant. So make sure that bait's coming out. You guys. It's a bit tricky to get the bite there, I think. A bit tricky to get the 4 mils to come out quite so quickly. So consistently, because they're all a bit. Some of them are not hard, so it's torn, and others are really soft. It's just because of the way I did it, so I rushed it. Just trying to tap them in so they're just holding. It's going to be a lot bigger, I'm not happy with how it's sitting. That's better. It's better, so it's nice now. Wind's got a bit hard to present. Just trying to blow it under the bridge. And that bit of wind was sort of ruining my little rhythm there. I just don't think that bagging up and it all just goes off again. I should have hooked one more now, so I'll refeed. Got to feed me corn line. Not too worried because I think I want to feed it too aggressively anyway today. So a few grains down there. Just see if we can if we go on it and get 1 or 2 bonus fish, that'll be a result. Yeah. As soon as we get the rig back in again, the wind picks up again. Wrecking the presentation. Ridiculous. Had a bite as well then when he went in. I missed. Got it that time. Definitely need to be coming into that feed, and it's a little bit less scatty over the micros, over them formers and over the micros. So now there's probably foul on there. Yeah, that's nice. Look again. Start trying to do some bagging now if we can. Corner. Beautiful. It's getting wet. See them drop out there. Straighted on it there. Weird indications as soon as I put the rig in there, probably line as those. Really steady on, steady on. Little dig there, little ding. For you in the mouth, might be in a flipper. This one might be in the flipper. Better fish, I think. The 3 or 4 pounder rather than a 2 pounder. No, it's just a feisty one. And the chop still. It's just have to get a real rhythm going over these. 2 pound. The clicker's playing up. Important not to forget to feed you with the lines. Nice, but it's still at least you can get it right over the top of where the 4 mils going in the pot. As it blows, it just drifts around a little bit. Lay it back in again, make sure it's right on the nice spot. Something went right there. Little indication. There we are. Some sort of line. Might be a liner on that. I keep saying that now because I have 10 liners to go back. There's 4 or 5 fish have been properly in the mouth. Look at the scrap today for such small fish. Definitely starting to get their spring and summer power. What would you give that? £2 or £3? It's really hard to know. I think it was in between the two, that's why. I think it was quite 3, but I don't think it was as low as the 2. Oops, how many pellets? Oh. So they're not soaked right through these pellets. They've just got like I just put a bit of water on some of them, just so I get them into a pot so they never need to. Like I said, I don't know why it's taken me so long to switch to the floor now. I think it's because I had such a good day. I caught so many fish. What's happened with micros on Saturday? It worked so well that I just assumed it's got to work well today. That's obviously not the case. Again, that window that sort of leans the rigging. Sort of, the float sort of leans over and it's just not right. It's better. Right, I'll catch us in a bit. We've got £63 in the bag. We've got 1 hour 20 to go. Right then, half an hour to go. We've got one. We've had a small one from the right hand edge, and we've got a decent one from the left hand edge here. And then just ground bait with them. He's a good £8, isn't he? Need a couple more of them just to boost us up at the end. I don't think we're going to win anything again today, but I think, you know, finish off nice and strongly. Put some of them proper ones in, so I'm going to put a big pot down onto this right. There's not much coming in from this right at the moment. Just want to try and force some in there. But I'm going to stick with a little pot on the left because put a little pot in and we had a bite straight away. Absolutely no signs that there was any fish in there at all. I couldn't see a sign of a fish. Dropped the rig in. It's not been in for more than 10 seconds. It's just gone. So there's definitely one there waiting for us when we put the ground baits. Just Tom's edge mix. I've really whipped it up. I'm not sure we're going to have another look on that short one. I have a little look on it. I did look on the short one, but no signs of any fish on it at all. So we'll come off it and I put some ground bait down the edge to see if anything was coming in down the edge. I looked down to my right and I could see a little puff of mud. So I thought, oh, there's fish coming in, and I've gone down on my right and had one reasonably quickly. It was only like a little one. And I've just gone down to my left here where I've had no signs because I can't get any more bites down my right, and it's just gone straight under. Just missed another bite there. There seems to be more fish on this left hand side at the moment.